Interacting with wild animals is a popular touristy thing to do all over the world. You can feed monkeys at a park in Japan. You can ride elephants in Thailand. We actually did a video on that one. You can even feed parrots in downtown San Francisco, though the city really doesn't want you to. Taming wild animals isn't always a good idea, but it's undeniably exciting. It gets us up close and personal with nature in a way that's usually fun and safe. I say usually because there are interactions like this, and some like this. So this isn't quite as harrowing as it looks, but it still makes me nervous. It's a picture from the city of Harar, Ethiopia, a place where people live in very close proximity with hyenas. And I do mean close.
Every night, wild-spotted hyenas would sulk into the city looking for food.
That, by the way, is the photographer Joshua Paul Sheffman.
At a designated spot outside the ancient city walls, the hyena man would bring a pail of meat as tourists would gather to watch and, most shockingly, to participate in their very intimate feeding.
Joshua is a travel photographer based in Toronto, and while he too was a little freaked out by the scene, like any photojournalist, he had to get the shot.
Here a small child, egged on by his unabashedly eager parents, takes a slightly risky opportunity to feed these carnivores as they prance back and forth around him. By the look on his face, it was pretty obvious he didn't feel too secure, but who could possibly blame him? I thought the parents were responsible, but at the same time, I felt they had to capture what was to come next.
What came next, the feeding of these hyenas, actually has a bit of history in Harar.
For at least 50 years, wild hyenas have been fed by a farmer and his family outside the gates of these ancient walls, all done apparently to encourage them to spare the city's livestock. Today, this practice has become a big tourist draw to Harar.
The farmers there are right to keep tabs on their livestock. Hyenas are often thought of as dirty scavengers, but that's not accurate. 95% of their food comes from kills they make. They're hunters. And while hyena attacks on humans are rare, they do happen, which makes a scene like this all the more unnerving.
While habituated to humans, these were still very clearly wild animals. Animals with one of the strongest jaws in the animal kingdom. Nevertheless, the hyenas were only interested in the free meal.
Given all of that, it's hard to know what we're even looking at here. Is this a tradition? A matter of practicality? A tourist trap? It might be all the above. The fact is that people and hyenas have been sharing spaces in this part of Africa for a long, long time, and that creates a complicated relationship, albeit one that makes for a more dramatic picture than parrots eating out of your hand. If you're looking for more This Happened Here, click now to check out this next episode about an epic African safari.
The lodge has no fences, so you can see impalas or other wild animals, such as leopards, just at your doorstep's room.
But of course, lounging in a pool and watching impala was nothing compared to what Johan and Audrey saw on safari.
And as always, don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching.